Okay, for Math Today grade ones, normally we would spend more time learning about our shapes that are 2D, which is two-dimensional, which means flat, but we're going to kind of just go through this quickly. So if this is confusing and you don't remember all the names, that is okay, because in the classroom we would spend more time. Here I'm just kind of giving you like a taste of some of the words, some of the things, and if you remember, great, and if you don't remember the exact mathematic words, that's okay. Okay, so we're moving on to 3D words. So just like 2D, the only difference is this number here. We have 3 dimensions, which means it has like 3 components to it. So remember, 2-dimensional, we had the face and the sides. While 3D still has a face, sides, and then it has something called the vertices, okay, which is a fancy word for like the point of something, okay? So when you're looking just at a dice, at the face, that's 2D, right? Because we have our face and our sides, and it's a square. Now when we have the whole dice though, we have more faces. We have a face, we have a face, we have a face. Okay, we have 6 faces. And then we have these points, the vertices here. Okay? So it is not flat. 3-dimension means it is, well, how I remember it is 3D is fat, not flat. Okay, it's something you can pick up, hold. It has multiple faces. It has multiple vertices. Okay, humans are 3-dimensional too, because we're not flat. We're not like a piece of paper. You move around, you see, we're 3-dimensional. We're just gonna learn some common shapes, okay? So just 2 today, because it kind of gets a lot. A cube is when we have 6 squares put together, okay? And then it's a 3D square, which is a cube. So it's similar to a square in that it needs to be the same size. Each face is the same size, okay? Can you think of anything else that might be a cube in your house? I can think of something that has the word cube in it. An ice cube. An ice cube might be, okay? I'm just spelling. So cube is with a C-U. I see lots of people spelling cube wrong. C-U-B-E. It is a magic E word, making that U say U, and then we have our C, okay? Cube. To make a 3-dimensional cube, if you want to draw one, you can follow along on a whiteboard, or you can just watch. So what you do, it's kind of hard to, you draw a square. Okay, so I have my square. That's flat, one face and sides, and the vertices don't connect to anything. Okay, then I'm gonna draw another square, kind of in the middle of it though. Okay. So now I have 2 squares here, and that's looking kind of craziness. Then what we do is we connect the vertices, so the points. So I go from the top point to the other top point, and top to top. Now I have the top part of my cube there. And then you connect the bottom ones too. So you go bottom to bottom, bottom to bottom. And then you can kind of see all the faces here. So I have like, it's like the front face, and then I have a side, and then the top. Okay, so that's gonna be like a cube, a 3D cube. The other shape we're gonna learn today is when a rectangle is 3D. Okay, and that's gonna be a big word. It's called a rectangular prism. Say it after me. Rectangular prism. I know, it's kind of a tricky word. So it has its 6 faces, okay, just like a cube. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's not the same because it's not made out of squares. It's made out of rectangles. So do you see how it has 2 long sides, 2 short sides. So that face looks just like a rectangle. But then when you start flipping it, these are also rectangles. So it's made up of all rectangles. So we have our short sides and our long sides. And that face is just a rectangle. That face is 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 a rectangle. So every face is a rectangle all attached together. Okay, a rectangular prism. So to draw a rectangular prism, 3D, same as a square, you're going to start with your rectangle. Okay. And then your other one, you're going to draw just a little bit above it and it goes through it. And then you start connecting your vertices. So you go into the top right to top right, top left to top left. And then you have your bottom vertices connecting just like that. Some of you draw your houses already 3D, I've noticed. So you could add a roof and then you can make a 3D house that way. Pretty cool. So your job today is to go around your house and find cubes and rectangular prisms in your house or outside. So we found a dice and a card box. Okay, so you'll need a whiteboard or a piece of paper. You'll need to write the word cube, and then you'll have to write rectangular prism. It is the longest word ever, grade ones. And then see if you can find at least one more thing than me. So a dice and a card box, you might have that too. See if you can find one more thing than me and write it down. I'll hold this here. You can pause it while you write rectangular prism. And I hope you have fun finding shapes in your house.